Jessica Pegula ready to challenge WTA calendar as Dubai withdrawals spiral out of control. Since Friday, a withdrawal storm has swept the Dubai duty-free tennis championships, with 10 players exiting, including Aryna Sabalenka and Iga Swiatek, and 3 more retiring mid-match. The relentless calendar has laid bare its growing physical toll, amplifying player unease. Now, Jessica Pegula steps forward to challenge the WTA schedule and advocate for meaningful reform. Watch what's trending now. Defending champ Rublev opens Qatar Open bid with win over De Jong next stay. Jessica Pegula, the 2024 U.S. Open runner-up, will chair a new 13-member panel. The group will review the women's tennis calendar and key tour rules. Its goal is to propose meaningful structural changes. The panel will examine scheduling, ranking points, and mandatory event participation. The initiative was announced in a letter on Tuesday. WTA Tour Chair Valerie Camillo shared it with players and tournament officials. Alongside Pegula are active players Victoria Azarenka, Maria Sakkari, and Katie Volinets. Azarenka is a 2-time Australian Open champion. Sakkari is a 2-time Grand Slam semi-finalist. Camillo wrote that, "There has been a clear sentiment across the tour that the current calendar does not feel sustainable for players given the physical, professional, and personal pressures of competing at the highest level." The statement highlighted growing concern. Player workload has become a central issue. Initially, the Council will work on areas fully controlled by the WTA. It will also identify longer-term reforms. Some changes may require wider coordination across the sport. Camillo added about Pegula, as chair, Jessica brings an active top-player perspective to the Council's work. She will help guide discussions, so they reflect the full range of different player experiences on tour, while working alongside tournament representatives and WTA leadership as the group works to turn these perspectives into action. Broader solutions will require coordination with the ATP Men's Tour and the 4 Grand Slam tournaments, as Camillo clarified. This aims to create a more balanced and sustainable schedule. The move comes after a high number of withdrawals and retirements at events like the Dubai Masters. As a WTA 1000 mandatory tournament, absences can bring fines and 0 ranking points. Despite that, players, including Sabalenka and Pegula, have repeatedly voiced concerns about the relentless and expanding schedule. Jessica Pegula cites schedule strain and fatigue behind Dubai withdrawal. Jessica Pegula chose to skip the WTA 1000 in Doha last week. She wanted to rest after the AO. Later, she explained why many players avoid the Middle East swing. "I just think the way that the calendar worked this year, we got to go to Australia a week later, which we were all like, great, but then it catches up at some point in the year," Pegula said. She added, "So I think us having a week less, it definitely makes a difference." This referred to the Middle East swing coming immediately after the AO. The Middle East swing began earlier than usual this year. Abu Dhabi started on the same day as the Australian Open final. Players had almost no recovery time before Doha and Dubai. Pegula explained further, "I don't personally know how the players who withdrew, are feeling physically, mentally, you never really know. But I know that the schedule is very tough, and it's not easy." She added, "I think at some point in the year, if you do have a few good results, I think some weeks, unfortunately, do become a little bit of a sacrifice if you're thinking long-term." Last year, Pegula highlighted the sport's challenges. She said, "It's one of the toughest sports, just when you combine, not just the physicality of it, but the schedule, the loneliness, the mental side, how tough it is to go out there and compete, week in and week out, by yourself." In January, Sabalenka had noted plans to skip some tournaments. She said it was, "to protect my body," adding, "The season is definitely insane." With major changes in the pipeline, the question arises, will Pegula's panel help stabilize the WTA Tour? Many hope the Council